Shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star.
Okay, we are back this Thursday afternoon. It's myself, Mark Conley. I got Dale Pieper here, and we have got Consolidated Mills, Keith and Scott Vrana, home of Alamo Red. And man, they have given us some great stories, and we're going to continue to dive into that. We want our listeners to know the reason we do these segments where we talk to successful business owners is because we want to give you some great insight to people who have been successful. We know some of you may be interested in starting a business. Some of you are actually looking at figuring out how to get out of your business. But nonetheless, we want ideas on the table. As everybody listening to the show knows, we're all about ideas. And in general, we're talking about financial planning and investments. But I think that this is nice to do a few shows like this, and we've had a lot of success with it. Do be aware of the business exit planning strategies. If you're out there and you're getting to that point, you're 5 to 10 years out from wanting to look at what the exit plan is for your business, or if you're just getting started and you want to start thinking with the end in mind. Of course, things can happen sometimes. You don't get a choice to exit your business. Make sure that you're reaching out to us to set up a time. We can do a one-on-one consultation with you on the phone or in our office. Just give us a call, 713-826-0426. That's 713-826-0426. And that way we can have a chance to talk. If you just want to keep abreast of the upcoming live events or webinar events where we're talking about financial planning, portfolio management, then you just need to text the keyword daddy to 72727. Text the keyword daddy to 72727. So kind of going back into the conversation that we're having here with Keith and Scott, you know, when you went out, you acquired your business and you made a purchase of that. And I know there's a lot of people out there that listen to the show that would be interested in actually doing that. So tell me a little bit about what did the makeup of the business look like then, and then how has it transitioned to get to the point of where it is now?
Yeah, when we first looked at the business, and it was a very successful business at the time, very successful. But we noticed that as we looked at sales, we were doing $4.2 million in sales at the time. Half of that, $2 million of it, was solely in the import and selling of canned jalapeno peppers. We didn't make jalapeno peppers. We imported them from Mexico, and then resold them to food service distributors. One of our biggest accounts at the time actually was Whataburger. Our company sold Whataburger all their jalapenos.
And they use a lot of them.
And they use a lot of jalapenos. I mean, for over a 30-year period. And I think that was the one thing that actually bothered us the most. And because as we looked at that, you really have no control over that. And jalapeno peppers have become really a commodity market anyway. And you could clearly see that the profit dollars over the years, as Consolidated Mills was selling this product was just decreasing all the time. So we really had to figure out, okay, how are we going to, as we look at this, and we know we want to grow in manufacturing, what do we want to do with this? And over the past several years, we've actually changed that relationship. Instead of us purchasing jalapeno peppers, storing them and reselling them, we actually changed that whole relationship into more of a master brokerage. So I can tell you that we were doing $2.2 million in manufacturing sales in 2004, and today we do $9 million in manufacturing sales, and with no sales in jalapenos.
It really is taking control of our own destiny at that point. I mean, we, again, to Keith's point, you start selling, a jalapeno pepper to a major company like Whataburger. Economic times change and more players get involved and everything else. And, that business can be here today and gone tomorrow. And, there's an old saying that all oil wells dry up. And so that's why you got to keep digging for new ones. And that's when we said, we're going to become a manufacturer. That's our focus. And that's what we've done.
Awesome. I guess one question, I mean, you're in the manufacturing business. So I guess, tell us about, is there competition out there? I mean, how do you, compete against them or kind of go share a little bit about that.
Oh, absolutely. There's competitors out there. There's people that do what we do, throughout the country. Some are some are smaller than us, and some of them a lot bigger than us. And as far as competition, people have to feel comfortable, doing business with a company, especially when you're going to give, your baby, your recipe over to, some complete strangers and trust them to do it right, not share your information and all that other thing. And I think that's where Keith and I and our company's culture it really shines in what we do. And we treat our customers, we treat them like family. And again, Keith said earlier in the show that we want these customers in the back there working shoulder to shoulder with us until they're very comfortable. Well, I will tell you, there's a lot of people, they won't let their customers behind the back door, behind the glass door. And, no matter if they're running their stuff. So again, just having outstanding customer service, just doing what we got to do to take care of our customers. And, we have a great team. We have our customer service people. We don't have any turnover. The main lady that works there, that's our head of customer service, she's been there,
20 years.
20 plus years.
Yeah.
So
that's, I was going we have two ladies, Joe Piercy and Carol Kirchhoff. They run the company.
we're just a face man.
I love it.
Yeah.
And next week they're going to be on the show.
Exactly. Put them on the show.
We were talking during the break about marketing, and I think it goes into the customer service and what gives you a competitive advantage. And I thought you had some interesting things to say about how you market the company. So I want to hear about that and make sure you also let people that are just tuning in know where can they get some of the products that you have.
Well, in terms of marketing the company, being a contract packer, you gain a reputation. And a lot of it's just word of mouth. And that's really, I would say, that's how we grew the business. Those first couple of years, as we started becoming a little bit more successful in what we were doing in manufacturing, and then our customers would share our success and their success with us to other potential customers. And then the phone calls just kept coming.
Yeah, and one other thing that I think we do good and do very well is we treat our vendors as well as we treat our customers. Because I could tell you that our vendors, they can supply us just as many leads as anybody.
That's right.
And if they know we're good guys and we treat them right and we tell them all the time, hey, we were both used to be on the other side of the desk. We're two sales guys that run a manufacturing company. And so, again, we treat our vendors as well as we treat our customers.
Absolutely, and that's the truth. I think, and they know that, and they know that we're loyal to them as well. Price is not everything; it really isn't.
No, and value is what it's about. And I bet you there's a lot of companies like yours that the vendors just that's just the vendor. They'll do whatever
drop them for a penny. That's right. It's just and if they bring us something unique or help us with a formula or anything like that, we're gonna buy it. We're gonna buy those raw materials from them. We're not gonna take that and then go shop it and try to find us a penny cheaper or something like that. It's not worth it.
Tell us a little bit about Consolidated Mills and where's it's going. What's your best? We always talk about never trying to predict the future when it comes to investing. But hey, this is your business. We want to hear your predictions.
Well, a couple of years ago, you've heard us mention Alamo Red, and we decided a few years ago that we've got some really good recipes, that are ours, and we said, hey, why don't we just go and come up with a brand? And that's what we did. And we came up with a brand. We knew we could make some great Bloody Mary mixes and great cocktail mixes. We knew we make some great, great salsa. You guys know it. Y'all have had our products and enjoy it. And I can't tell you how many people love our stuff. And so, our vision for the future, and of course this changes with every phone call that comes in, but I always would say that, we'd love to be Alamo Red. We'd love to see that brand grow and have maybe an Alamo Red Foods division, and then Consolidated Mills being a contract packaging division. But like I said, is that would be ideal for the future. But again, when the phone rings and you pick it up, and all of a sudden there's another opportunity that maybe take you in a whole nother direction. Well, guess what? You're going to pursue that as well. So, as a matter of fact, I mean, we're about to pursue one come Monday with two ladies that were on the Shark Tank. And,
oh, really?
Oh, yeah. This was,
Okay.
and I got to put a shout out to them because they were the first food product to ever get 3 sharks invested, and it's bee-free honey. And we're going to be making this product. It's actually a honey replacer made from apples. And the product's delicious, and you get ready. You're going to see on the shelves very soon. So bee-free honey.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
definitely gonna have to check that out. What? Tell me a little bit just about. You gave some insight in the first segment into you were doing the traveling, and that's what caused you to decide to do this business. But now you've been doing it, and you've gone through the trials of being a business owner. Tell me, I guess number one, what advice would you have for other people considering going into business for themselves? And why do you still continue to like to do this instead of, being a vendor and collecting a check, not having all the other headaches?
Well, I mean, I could tell you, owning my own business is the joy. I enjoy going in there every day. I mean, it's my, it's Keith and I's baby, and just to know where we've come from in just 12 short years. I mean, to literally just hand packing spices. Just imagine a lot of people in there just with scoops, hand packing spices, and to where we are today with 3 fully automated lines. I mean, we just took possession of a 15-head high-speed rotary filler that'll fill, 36 gallons a minute. And I mean, it's amazing. I could sit there and watch that thing go round and around all day long.
It's shiny.
Yeah. Exactly. We're going to put some spotlights on that thing. But I mean, now that we're packing 6 million pounds of spices a year, we have a fully automatic spice line that'll run 60 bottles a minute. It just flies. And then, being able to do 24,000 bottles of a sauce in a day. And again, easy, and do it easy. Yeah. No big deal. And so I can't even imagine what the next 12 years is going to bring. Yeah. And that's what makes it so exciting. The years go very quick, and you think, God, I can't believe, school's about to start up again, and we're going to be looking at Christmas time and the start of a new year, and yet every year, we continue to grow and add to our capabilities and all that good stuff, and so that's what makes me want to hit the door every day for sure.
And I would just say the same, much the same thing as my brother said, and I think you can tell that he and I are very close, and close as two brothers can possibly be. And I got to tell you that we have a lot of fun doing this, he and I. And, of course, all of our family. Both of our families are very close. But, I mean, going into work every day and knowing he's there and he knowing I'm there, and then, having those good times together and just really having fun and making sure everybody has fun around us.
So you obviously have fun at work. We definitely get that vibe.
Yeah, and I mean, and so advice to people looking to own their own business: find something you're passionate about, and find something you can have fun with, because
life's too short.
Life is way, way too short, for sure. That's my advice.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, absolutely.
What else what do you do for fun outside of work? I mean, y'all are having so much fun at work. Is it working after work?
We golf.
We golf. Yeah, we golf. Again, that's Black Horse. We're gonna put a pitch over there.
Well, this has just been fantastic to have you guys on. Thanks.
We appreciate
Scott,
it,
Keith,
guys. We appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, but everybody out there, if you have not tried, the Alamo Red stuff, it is fantastic. And that brings us to our Bop Bang Boom Hard Truth Minute that only a good Big Daddy would tell you. Listen, you need to teach your children early on the value of quality work, not just busy work. And if you disagree with your business partners, it's always the better salesman that gets the win. Heck, if you agree all the time, what do you need each other for anyways? Make sure you do what you promise, even if it involves a lot of enchilada sauce. Take control of your own destiny and earn a good reputation. Last but not least, remember that family is first.
Well, we appreciate you, Keith, Scott, for being on the show today. It was fantastic to hear about Consolidated Mills and just kind of hear the story of how it started, what y'all have done up till now through the last 12 years. So we really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedule to be on the show today.
Thank you.
Just so everybody knows, just kind of about the next event that we've got coming up. That's going to be on September the 22nd. That's going to be at 6:30 in the evening at Perry's. If you want to get signed up for that, text the word daddy to 72727. Text the word daddy to 72727. You can also check us out on our Facebook page. Make sure you like us, and you can also call us at 713-826-0426, 713-826-0426, or email us at bmbd@wealthdesigngroup.net.
Yeah, at that next coaching session, you really ought to come to it. It's going to fill up fast. We're going to be talking about the 7 deadly mistakes that most investors make, and we're going to dive real deep. And these are mistakes that probably you've made or you are making, and we want to make sure you get the right information. So tune in.
And don't make the mistake of not getting your Alamo red.
Yep. Cheers.
Big money, big daddy.
Screaming and messing around with jerks. My car is parked outside, I'm afraid it doesn't work. I'm looking for a partner, someone who gets things fixed. Ask yourself this question, do you want to be rich? I've got the brains, you've got the looks. Let's make lots of money. You've got the brawn, I've got the brain. Let's make lots of money.
Hypothetical examples discussed are not intended to suggest a course of action or represent the performance of any product or security. All investments contain risk and may lose value. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Diversification does not guarantee profit or protect against market loss. Investing in foreign securities may involve heightened risk, including currency fluctuations, less liquid trading markets, greater price volatility, political and economic instability, less publicly available information, and changes in tax or currency laws. Such risk may be enhanced in emerging markets. The S&P 500 index is generally considered representative of the stock market as a whole. It, however, focuses on the large cap segment of the U.S. market. Indexes are unmanaged and you cannot invest directly in an index. Wealth Design Group does not give tax or legal advice. Anything mentioned in the show related to these items is not advice, and you must check with your CPA or attorney prior to taking action. Securities, products, and advisory services offered through Park Avenue Securities, a member of FINRA SIPC.